Super Auto Pets? I don't know, man. Everybody hates Super Auto Pets on stream, and then the VOD viewers don't like it as much, so I don't think so. The VOD viewers have a worse time watching the Super Auto Pets when you guys are in chat. Because although a large group of you enjoy it, there's also a large group of haters. And then the people, like, there's 100,000 people who watch the Super Auto Pet VODs every day. And they really hate you guys. Like, chat, not all of you. Some of you guys they like. But, like, which one did I do? Was it this one? Why do so many people hate Super Auto Pets? It's fun. I honestly prefer the VODs without chat. And then they're all defending it. Yeah, they hate you guys. So I think I'll just stick to offline Super Auto Pets. The haters are too loud, fellas. They drown it out. Moist Critical does a Ludwig impression.
Boys, gather around. Titties. What do we think? Do we like that? Valid. Milky. Top of the cream of the crop. Yes.
This guy's a walking TikTok sound machine. Oh, I'm hungry. Chat, tomorrow we are doing the opening of Jackie Chan. It's a legendary day tomorrow. A very legendary day.
Creators all of a sudden, even if there's no...
Yeah, because if the videos are good, then we're gonna make it. So chat, if they had 300 viewers every time, and when you watched it, you gave it 100,000, nah, dude. On that day, it was gonna be 100,000, but you stole it, you exploiter. Fuck exploiters! What the fuck? Ew!
No crossover
I
with
cannot
the
believe
React
the
content.
exploitation that's being done here,
Would love
dude.
to just see the data here
Outrageous,
that you
really.
undoubtedly have to back up these claims. And especially on the 20 mil a year, because if that's true, man, I'm getting fucking ripped off. I'm not even close. I'm going to need to talk to somebody at YouTube because you've probably got the numbers right and YouTube's wrong, man. Another thing I'd like to point out is every time this whole React content debate comes up, the people that take the most offense to it and make the biggest stink about it are the people that aren't having a problem with people reacting to their content. I don't think there's this huge epidemic of people, you know, dressing in a black tank top and say the Lord forgives all sins, even murder. But thanks to one man, my third eye has truly been opened to a very hard to swallow truth that there's one sin so unforgivable that it sends the person straight to hell. It's React content. There is no forgiveness for React streamers. Those vile vermin that watch YouTube videos on Twitch, they're all bad people, downright evil with no exception. I remember in Star Wars they said only a Sith deals in absolutes. Well, not this time. Yesterday, a YouTuber and streamer named Dark Viper AU posted a 14-page document, which is the script for a video he's working on, all about how evil React content is. And
Who's Dark Viper AU? Why does that sound so familiar? He's a GTA speedrunner? He sounds so weirdly familiar. Did he do Pokemon unboxing?
And it really heats up. This gets wild and wacky for the touchdown real quick. There's a whole section in here where he basically compares reactors to sexual abuse criminals and insinuates that they'd be likely to spike your drink at a party takes silence for consent, basically is comparing React content creators to rapists. Completely unironically, it's not some edgy
That's
joke or
crazy.
anything. It's posting cringe on main that he truly believes and defends in the comments when someone called him out for it. He really
Reactors, you mean rapists?
doubles down, puts his nuts on the table
same
and says,
thing,
yeah,
damn it.
reactors are likely to commit sexual abuse. He says it's hyperbole, but only slightly so. The difference between actively ignoring consent for financial gain is not so far removed from ignoring consent for sexual gratification.
If I've learned one thing, it's that one bad analogy can completely invalidate any argument you're trying to make. And I think there's a great argument to be made that reacting is a terrible form of content, but one bad analogy and nobody's on your side. Ask Hacks Money about that one.
In his own document, he admits that he himself was a reactor. He is engaged in a lot of React content himself. So at one point, were you a rapist, Dark Viper? Were you likely to commit sexual abuse? In fact, I'd argue you were on the upper echelon of React content because you were doing media share nights where your community donated money for you to watch videos, as opposed to just watching videos that you wanted to share with people and reacting to those. You had people pay you to do it, and then you made money on top of that from the videos you'd post from it. So you were a super reactor. Of course, you don't do that anymore and you deleted all the videos, but at one point you did engage in the exact same content that you're coming out so heavily against right now, and then tried to make your own justifications for why you weren't the bad guy. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does
Dude,
make
media
legitimate
share
points
is
in the
literally
document. It's overshadowed by
broken.
this unhinged rant that he goes on. I am familiar with Dark Viper's content. In fact, I was a fan of Dark Viper. I'd seen his runs. I didn't really see too many of like his rant videos, but I did see his content from time to time, and he always struck me as someone pretty level-headed. In fact, recently, he made a video correcting something I talked about, which was how much money YouTubers make from short content. I got some of it wrong, and not on purpose, but I just didn't know what he knew. He was very knowledgeable in short content and made a whole video going over some very insightful stuff that was a learning experience for me and his audience. I thought it was a great video, very well done, and it was super disappointing to read something like this from him. Now, I'm called out by name multiple times throughout this document because obviously I do react content from time to time, 100%. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not trying to bury it in the past and hide it, pretend like I didn't, or try and justify it, because I'm not embarrassed of it.
Doesn't
Look,
Charlie still do it?
I understand the stigma around React content, and I've always understood it. When I react to something, I'm constantly trying to either pause it and add something to it or interject comedy into it. I treat React content like Mystery Science Theater, where it is a transformative piece around the content. Now, of course, not every time is going to be a hit, which is why you'll find plenty of videos where I'm reacting to something like the downfall of Quibi, which comes from a great channel that I really like to watch. And I just got too engrossed in their storytelling and the way they presented it,
right?
That I didn't add anything to it. So I ended
Isn't
up
that
just
Big
kind
A?
of watching it with my community. Sure. And you know what?
Isn't that a Big A video? Didn't he do one? Downfall of Quibi. Oh. Never mind. Okay. You know, my bad. You know, it could have been. It could have been. Imagine.
What? I didn't turn that into a video. I didn't do anything else with that. Ended up just really enjoying the video as it was presented without really being able to add too much to it. And yeah, I always feel guilty when something like that happens, but that's never the goal. Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. And the logic he uses to make these points is deeply flawed and isn't substantiated by any real evidence. It just feels like he pulls it out of his ass and it's source, trust me, bro. Is he has an understanding of capitalism and the free market, and that's what he's using to base all of these claims on, even though it's not directly applicable to YouTube itself.
Okay, before Charlie dives in, my understanding is that reacting is generally a way for streamers to fill content with higher level content because they're reacting to someone else's. So not only do you have already the floor of what the video you're watching is, but then whatever you add to it, even if it's like making a PogChamp face. And it's usually done either like in between other content, like interim, like XQC before he jumps to gaming, you know, like to take a break from gaming, or as like a main piece of content, like Hassan, you know, or like very deliberately. Usually I only try to react to things if I'm very deliberately trying to make it a YouTube video, like TikTok time, where I watch different compilations. Or what I've been doing recently is I've been getting my mods to just get a compilation of videos, like the speedrun thing. Or like they pulled up all of the canceled YouTubers and their apology videos. And those are just react videos. at the end of the day. But I think they're different because it's like a compilation of stuff. Right now, I'm just watching this video because I have food and I have to wait 30 minutes for my YouTube video to be uploaded by my editor. And so I'm waiting, so I'm watching this video. That's why I'm watching right, full transparency. And partly because I want to take down smaller creators like Moist Critical.
Extreme approach possible. All reactors are bad people, exploit others to benefit no one but themselves, collectively stolen millions of dollars from actual creators, and have stopped countless thousands from having a career. I wonder how many small channels are out there shaking their fist right now like, damn you, Pokimane, my channel died because you watched my video on your stream and said nice things about me. I had such a promising career as a YouTuber till you said nice things about my video on stream to your audience of 30,000 concurrent viewers. Now I'm fucking trashed. I'm ruined. And to be fair, that's not the exact point he's making. His point of how they're killing small channels is because they're taking eyes away from small channels to their own channel. So I guess a more apt comparison would be a small channel fucking flipping over their table like, fuck, I would have had 10 million views on this video if Pokimane didn't react to Jubilee, 6 atheists versus 1 Christian 5 days ago. Now my channel's fucked because she reacted and all the people went and watched that instead of watching my video essay on Dying Light's butthole physics. Now to show his point in the actual doc.
I'm wondering how valid that is or wildly incorrect. Because, like, online lore only exists and has almost 1 million views because Mizkif reacted to it. Like, if Mizkif didn't react to this, this would not have 890,000 views. Right? Did chat just freeze? Is it back? Is everyone gone? Mizkif made you? Okay, that's a lie. Both can be true. Chat froze. Chat froze for a moment, and I was like, everybody left me. I'm here all alone talking to myself in a void. Also, the video I made about it. Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, you're actually really right about that. 891,000, it would not have gotten without the video I made that got 3 million. But it did get its initial 10,000 views because Miz reacted to it. And I think if Miz never reacted to it, it wouldn't have gotten many views at all. I think that's pretty fair. I think Miz reacting to it and getting that early influx put it in the algorithm. But then there's somebody like, what about like The Veil? The Veil reacts to these videos. So he made this video, every OTK Twitch stream featuring Ludwig. It has 24,000 views. It's been reacted to by SFAD, Mizkif, Emmy, NMP, Seer, Asmin, and myself. Each of these people, when they reacted to it, had more viewers than he had on the original video. So he technically lost all of those views. But he did do, I think, kind of a smart thing by uploading their reactions. And now Mizkif reacting to it has more views than the original, which is kind of crazy. Emiru absolutely gapped Mizkif and got 41K. Welcome to Gapganistan, Mizkif. Every Ludwig stream ever has, this is crazy too. What do you think about this? Every Ludwig Twitch stream ever has 88,000 views. Me reacting to it on my clip channel has 1.2 million views.
What do you
Is that fucked up? How do you feel about that? That's a different one. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Had I never reacted to it or uploaded it ever at all, would it have more views? Would he have more subs? I don't know the answer to that. It's a weird thing to think about.
Document, he goes on to describe how effortless it is to make React content, which he is absolutely in the right on. This is an inarguable truth. It takes significantly less time and effort to react to content than it does to create the content that's being reacted to. That's just blasting your ass with facts and logic 100%. Even when you're transforming the content, like, you know, for example, if I'm adding an extra 10 minutes worth of dialogue or even 20 minutes worth of like extra commentary on top of it, that's still significantly less work than actually went into that video that creates it. And he's totally right there. He then goes on to say how easy it is to pump out that content since it obviously takes less time and effort. They can make more of it, which means more React videos are being pumped into the YouTube atmosphere. And he's right there again. Look at someone like Sniper Wolf. She's able to do one a day, and she's making, I think, 700 million views a month or something. She is the biggest React channel online, like anywhere on the internet. And what's shocking about Dark Viper's document is she's not listed here by name. He only goes with Twitch streamers, even though Sniper Wolf does the same thing. So I found that
700 million views
to be weird because that would have been another great point here. But regardless, her absence isn't that big of a deal. It just serves to highlight that he is right. You can.
Oh, that's where I know him from. He's the guy who calculated Ludwig's total money earned on his subathon. And then he deleted the video because it was wildly inaccurate. Right.
Pump this out a lot quicker than fully original products. But the next part is where him and I differ greatly in our opinion here, and it is an opinion no matter how much
I knew it
wants
somewhere
to present it as a fact. He argues that this flood of React content
I forget exactly what happened. He just like forgot about taxes.
takes from the finite pool of impressions, so it takes those eyeballs and puts it towards the React content as opposed to going towards the original content that they would have found elsewhere if the React content didn't exist. I'm skipping ahead just a bit because this part is also still part of the same umbrella claim. He says, if your content is good, then it will get exposure naturally, and so you don't need reactors. He's absolutely right, of course you don't need reactors, but he says if your content is good, it will naturally get exposure. Okay, based on what? Where's your evidence to support that claim? There are millions upon millions of channels, literally millions, that have made high-quality productions
I think
over
that's
the
really
last
wrong.
decade that went nowhere, fell flat on their face, have less than hundreds of views. I know that because we've watched them on my stream before. I usually like to find more obscure content, and I've seen some great videos, huge production, less than 100 views, like 5 years old. The channel's dead now. And it had nothing.
I do think, though, godlike videos will get views. But they can't be great videos. They have to be like 1 in a fucking million, needle in a haystack, absolutely godlike, goaty throaty, and then it'll get views.
To do with XQC watching my mom picks my next boyfriend for me or anything. It just has to do with the sheer volume of content on YouTube in general, where not all great productions are gonna find eyeballs. It's just a fucking lie, him saying that it's gonna naturally get exposure. You have no way of proving that, and if you do, I'd love to see it. How can you guarantee that by making high-quality productions, you're naturally going to blow up on YouTube? How can you say that? Can you prove it? The pillar of his whole point is there's so much
I just believe it. Like, if I dropped a top 11 Salty Ice Climber moments, shit would go nuts. But I also think, like, okay, you know Mr. Beast's Squid Game? I feel like if Mr. Beast's Squid Game was uploaded on a random channel with 0 subs, it would get a shit ton of viewers. You don't think so? Like if Mr. Beast uploads a video, and he doesn't have to like hide his identity, but if he uploads a video on a random channel with 0 subs, do you think it'll get a lot of viewers? Like Mr. Beast quality. Not nearly as many. Yeah, it's interesting to see how many it would do. I bet it'd get like 10 million. No shot? I think it does, dude. I really do. And like he 0 promotes it. It's only word of mouth and people being like, look at this weird video I found. And, you know, and then like algorithm. No shot? Dude, I actually think it'd work. I want him to do it now. When I see him next, I'm going to ask him to do this.
React content that now all of those eyeballs are on the reactors and not on the original content.
do it yourself. Like if I just uploaded a video on a random channel. You already did this? To an extent. I'm saying I don't even donate it, though. Like, I give it 0 exposure. I proved it to an extent. I'm saying 0. I'm saying nothing. I'm saying just upload it into the void and then walk away. Which is stupid, by the way. It's stupid to do that. You shouldn't do that. But I'm saying if you did. Colin and Samir said it best. They spend 1% of their time filming videos and then 99% of the time trying to like get a nice title, thumbnail, put it in front of the right people's eyeballs.
They have taken away from this finite pool of impressions, but you have no way of proving if that React content wasn't there, those eyeballs would go to that original content because it's the internet, it's YouTube. There's other places they could go to get entertainment. Let's say all of a sudden all of React content is gone. The people that watch the React content might just go watch fucking Netflix, might just go on Twitch and watch some gaming streams or something. There's no guarantee that now that the React content's gone, those eyeballs turn towards the small YouTubers. You can't prove that. So the claim is completely baseless. I know you drew this diagram, but there's no source here.
The fuck is this diagram? Impressions, exposure, always 100% distributed. What the fuck is this?
You're just pulling this out of your ass. I would love to know where you got this data from, if you have that available, because in this
source,
graph,
just trust
if the
me, bro.
React content that controls the 30% here pulls out, that 30% doesn't automatically get distributed to the rest of the graph. Those eyeballs could just be gone. They could go to a different platform. Take, for example, when Mixer acquired Ninja and Shroud, they came with absolutely massive audiences, and when they'd stream on Mixer, they'd have that full audience there. They were tuned in. But when they left, those eyeballs left. They didn't get redistributed to the rest of Mixer. They just went to a different platform because what they were there for was gone.
True.
So were they. It could be the same on YouTube. I'm not saying it is. There's no way for you to prove that if the React content wasn't there, all of those eyeballs that they are occupying of that finite pool of impressions.
Do you guys watch
would be
other people when I'm
redistributed
not
to the smaller
live?
Creators. You have
Who's your
no
streamer
way of
when you
proving
watch
it.
when I'm not
Nobody
live?
really does. However, off the top of my head, I can think of multiple examples in times where React content has genuinely helped smaller creators like blow up their channel. My channel, I'm
A lot
the
of
perfect example
no's.
of it. My channel literally got kickstarted because of Ray William Johnson reacting to my QWOP video in 2000.
I imagine the most would be Mizkif. Mizkif's live right. Oh, so you watch me. Oh, and then I end, and then you're like, oh, I'll watch Mizkif. I'd imagine like Atrioc makes sense. Cutie, right? Hassan and Miz just because they're big. Sea Dog VA makes sense. Makes sense. I feel like I put people onto content through collabs or reacting. I think I've put my viewers on as streamers or YouTubers even. Does anybody watch Studson Studio still? Or has anyone gone through his old videos and watched them? Studson's a smaller one. We just put it up during the 24-hour stream. I imagine GeoWizard, though, doing like the play-alongs. A lot of people probably got into GeoGuessr and did some GeoWizard content consuming back in the day. Maybe they still do. I don't know. Yeah, when I slept.
2010. Without that happening,
The 3D Spider-Man guy?
channel
Yeah.
right now. I wouldn't be anywhere near the position I'm in right now if not for that reactor back then. So I'm the perfect example of that. Now, all cards on the table, I don't believe in exposure dollars. I don't believe by watching content there's a guaranteed viewer boost and all of a sudden that person's going to be a superstar and, you know, pay people an exposure. It's all legitimate. Like, hey, you know, I watched your video, so you can't be mad. No, I can truly understand when somebody doesn't like when someone reacts to their content. I
think that's
it's
fair.
not like I'm fucking delusional. I understand it. And I totally sympathize when it's someone that doesn't add anything to it. And I'm guilty of it too. Like I mentioned, sometimes I just get lost in a great video and I end up just fucking sharing that video to the stream. Not on purpose. I planned on adding more to it.
Oh, fuck.
Adding commentary, adding jokes to it, but sometimes I just get engrossed in it and I failed to deliver on my part of transforming it. I completely understand that perspective and agree with it. I get it.
I actually was going to watch this video on stream because I think it's one of the greatest videos I've seen in the past year. But I didn't because I was like, I would just be watching this. I don't think there's a single point in this 2-hour, 18-minute video where I could pause and add any context.
But I can, however, prove that multiple times channels I've reacted to have been very positive about it, and their channel has grown exponentially.
It's worth the
as a
2
result of
hours.
it. I never like talking about these things because I never really like it to seem like I'm being, you know, so full of myself. Like I'm a benevolent fucking reactor and I save channels and blow them up. Because I don't believe
You are a
in that.
hero.
I really, truly don't. But I would like
Ms.
to give you
Dumpstered
a
me,
couple of
Fogel.
examples of times where channels we've reacted to, very small channels, have been able to turn it into a full-time career, and it has really helped them grow. So a couple popped into my head immediately. The first one obviously being the sausage god, Ordinary Sausage. This man could turn anything into a sausage. He could take King Tut's mummified remains and make a banger sausage out of it. In 2020, during a YouTube night, one person in stream who was a fan of sausage recommended his content, and at the time, as you can see in this video, he had 3,000 subscribers, and the content was so good, so high quality, it was super fun, and I felt I added quite a bit to it with comedy throughout it to transform it, so I turned it into a video, and through that
love
video,
saying
his channel
added
really started
comedy.
to grow because people really liked his content, they really liked him.
Yeah,
So
splash
he
in
went
a
to his
couple
channel,
little
his channel
W's.
got a lot of steam, and
Couple
fast
bangers,
forward to
you know how it is.
2022, he is now at 655,000 subscribers. It's become like his full-time passion, and we've become good friends. We've collaborated quite a few times over the years, and it's just always been a great time working together, and it all stemmed from just a reaction to his content, and people that may not have otherwise found him, and then he was able to make a career out of it. There's a chance that maybe the algorithm would have picked up sausage making for some reason. Sure, you could make that argument.
Yeah.
Maybe the channel would have been successful without the reaction, but it's inarguable that it did help because after posting this video, his channel was soaring, absolutely exploding. He got like 100,000 subs in a month or something from 3,000 on the ground. So there was a real benefit there. And of course, this isn't the norm, but there is real positive impacts that do happen as a result of React content. And this is just a quick example. Another
I was pulling up this because we've done that, but only in the context of like music streams. I feel like all the videos from the music streams have hundreds of thousands of views, and a lot of these started with like, I remember hundreds of views, and a lot of these songs just fucking boomed now. Not all of them. Some of them were already big. Some were using other shit. But a few of them, goddamn. I think Seedless Strawberries literally had hundreds of views.
The one that always pops into my head is slapping. Slap Fight Championship in particular, they were a small organization doing fun slapping content and really trying to take it to the next level. And I found them randomly during a YouTube night, and I loved it. Thought it was great. The creator of Slap Fight Championship, JT, reached out to me, was appreciative about
Danny
it. We
Duncan
became
has a
great
channel he
friends
didn't promote.
and partners, working
It has
together to
300,000
grow
subs.
Slap Fight Championship into something fantastic. And fast forward to today, it's become the premier slapping league. It's recognized as like a legitimate sport. I don't know how much I can talk about, but I'm going to maybe, spoil the surprise a little bit maybe. A full-blown documentary coming out about Slap Fight Championship and all the incredible things going on over there, all stemming from just reacting to the content, which runs counter to what Dark Viper is saying in his document, where the reactors don't watch tiny content creators who can't catch a break. They find videos that are already doing well in the algorithm and are already successful and thus do not need
Watching streams is cringe. I'm only here ironically. Love that.
their exposure. Reactors are not
Landon's channel blew up after he reacted during the subathon. Who's Landon?
seeking out content to give it any sort of boost, seeking out content to bring themselves the maximum amount of profit for the least effort. So I just think this immediately runs against that, since the majority of content
Slip, fall, and Landon on these nuts. Colin, fuck you, man. Come on, bro. You're making me jog back almost a full year. I reacted to a lot of things. It was a month of my life. A lot of things happened. Slip, fall, and land on. Like, really? That's...
watch and react to is small content like Ordinary Sausage, like Slap Fight Championship. Of course, sprinkled throughout there are some bigger content creators as well as organizations that I just appreciate
Fuck
the
you,
work
Colin.
of and think that they're fun. But the majority of it has always been the smaller creators. And of course, not always is that like reacting going to help them. In fact, I would argue that it's pretty rare for it to. But it is still against his point. I'm not reacting to things that are just going to bring the maximum amount of profit. That's not what I care about. I've never been a money-driven person. And to be put in this document where I'm compared to a fucking sexual abuse criminal as well as just a money-hungry exploiter, he calls me an exploiter class, is outright disgusting. I'm watching these things and reacting to it because I think it's fun content that I can add to and have fun with and transform, so that way both the people who make the content would find it enjoyable, laugh with it, and have a good time, as well as the community that watched it with me.
Oh, I'm in it. I'm in the addendum. Woo! Ludwig made a video titled, I made a secret YouTube channel to prove it's not luck. While the video is logically flawed in endless ways, the part of relevance here is that his suggested method for success was creating unpaid content for about a millionaire reactor for that millionaire reactor, and then paying money to that millionaire reactor for the privilege of having them use your content to enrich themselves. I think this highlights how bad things have gotten quite as well as method was actually accepted with praise by viewers. It's especially terrible as a few hundred people going from Twitch to watch 1 second of a video before going back to Twitch is a terrible way to get ahead. The algorithm learns nothing. I mean, hey, I'm not trying to talk shit out here, but I'm seeing 135K and I'm seeing 891K. So I'm just like, brother, it's just like I'm seeing a few things that are looking pretty good. Atrioc. Second, the reactor Atrioc seems to have grown tired of the effort required to find the best videos to steal, so he promoted a dedicated website made for people to put and upvote the other people's hard-made videos. This means he can know how to farm for maximum ad revenue, subs, and donations before reposting them to YouTube for ad revenue exposure, streamlining exploitation of labor. Get fucked, Atrioc, you thief. How many times is Moist Critical named? Thrice.
That is the drive for when
It sounds like Atrioc just made Reddit. Isn't that what Reddit is?
I'm reacting to shit. He says that people only react to content that's doing well in the algorithm and that they were going to be successful on their own. Can you prove that to me, Dark Viper? Can you tell me that Ordinary Sausage before my reaction was going to be a 655,000 subscriber channel, closing in on 1 million? Dude's going to absolutely fucking crush it. Can you tell me that was 100% going to happen without me reacting to it? No. You can't. He wasn't in the algorithm at the time. There was just a fan who found him through, I think it was the Deep Into YouTube subreddit, if I remember correctly, and just thought it was fun content and shared it with me. It wasn't popping off in the algorithm. Neither was slapping. In fact, Slap Fight Championship has a huge problem with demonetization, and it never even makes it to the algorithm in the first place. I found it because I was already deep into the slapping rabbit hole and found it through that, not because it was going well in the algorithm. It's just, Dark Viper has a point that he can't possibly prove. There is no way he could accurately, with real evidence, show me that these channels were going to do extremely well without React content, or any channel for that matter is guaranteed exposure if they're making good content like he insinuates in his document. There's no way of proving that. However, I can show you examples, and this is only 2 of them, where React content wasn't dog shit and didn't hurt the channel that was being reacted to. Now, as I mentioned, I do fail sometimes where I just get too lost in the content where I didn't add anything to it, and I'm always embarrassed when that happens. I have a great example. There was a channel that I really enjoyed, and I watched their video on a dilapidated building that was for sale. It was a house, and it was one of the most confusing house tours of all time. It was this fucking labyrinth, a house of nightmares, and they had a great video going through all of it, and I watched it on stream. I'd already seen it before I watched it on stream as well, because I just wanted to show people and talk about it and like get really goofy with it and figure out what was going on with this house. But I ended up just getting too lost in the video because they presented it so well, and it was just such a great video. And the creator saw my reaction to it and was really disappointed. They didn't appreciate it, and I totally understood where they're coming from because I didn't really add anything to it. I didn't really react to it. So to them, it felt like I was just re-uploading.
Wait, does anyone know who that guy is? Because that guy made a 1-hour manifesto on how Hassan reacted to his video poorly. JXE? Yeah. Yeah, he's the one who made the video about the most bizarre house you've ever seen. And then Hassan reacted to it. And he reacted to Hassan's reaction. And then he made a video about the reaction that Hassan did. And I watched like 20 minutes of it. It's way too long and repetitive. It's a very poorly put together video. So I stopped watching it. But it was funny. He was lighting Hassan up. Oh, I was loving every second of it. I was like, yeah, fuck Hassan. Yeah. Get him, baby. Get him. His reactions suck. He doesn't pog nearly enough. Has Hassan reacted to the reaction? Probably not. I don't think he wants that smoke.
Uploading their content on my stream, and I get that perspective.
Wrong pronouns? Wait, what are his...
If I really do.
What are their pronouns?
But that's never the goal. It's never supposed to be piggybacking off of someone else's hard work in order to do nothing for it and make money off it. I've never had that mentality, and
it's not Landon, you fucker. It's not Landon.
Never will. And I really fucking hate
fuck you
that
guys.
This whole document paints
it's Sam Mir
in that light. It's just...
I think it's she, they, he. All right, well, then you can't miss. Easy clap. That's easy life, baby. You're telling me I fucked up? With pronouns you can't fuck up? That's a catch-all. That's O negative blood type of pronouns. It's a W where I come from.
So disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time. Like I said, I know your channel. I used to see you talk about my shit. I remember you were critiquing my audio at one point because I used to have that low hum on my audio settings, and I remember you pointed it out in a video a long time ago. You used to watch my shit, and I have always reacted to content even since 2016. So you knew I was doing all of that, and you still enjoyed the content. Now all of a sudden you're coming in here and putting me on the same level as a fucking rapist, man. It's absolutely outrageous. There's still so many things I could point out.
When Charlie looks at me, I feel
just
stressed out.
blatantly wrong, such as this claim at the bottom.
I feel like he's getting mad at me.
They will, of course, then upload this stolen content to their YouTube channels as well as further maximize profits that would otherwise, again, go to actual content creators. Hey, can I get a source on that? Can I get a prove that, buddy, please? Each of these creators earns on average $20 million a year on the back of unpaid writers and content creators.
It's like a terrible estimate. But I guess I'm not surprised because this is the guy who thought he did the subathon numbers. So he's not a numbers guy. You can't be mad. He's not a numbers guy. Some people aren't numbers guys. But 20 million, and he's talking about XQC, Hassan, and Charlie. Fuck, you can find out how much we all make. I don't know if he knows, but there was a leak.
Hey, can I get a source on that one as well? Where the fuck is my 20 mil a year? What an outrageous number to pull right from your fucking dick hole there. 20 million a year. Is that really
It is
what
crazy.
you think
There's
I
a huge
make on
leak,
YouTube,
and he
Dark
just
Viper?
made up a
Holy
number.
shit. Your CPM must be crazy to think that I would make 20 mil in a year. Bro,
I forget what the subathon was, to be honest. I totally forgot about it. Because by the time I found it, people had already made fun of him, and he deleted the video. So I never really watched the video. I only knew that he had made a video, but I didn't really watch it.
Of my content has a giant fucking dildo in it that's 3 feet long. You really think I'm somehow making 20 million a year? I can't speak for Hassan, Pokimane, or XQC or anyone there, but I can tell you that this, just making this claim on average 20 mil a year is just so blatantly fucking wrong, it's laughable. And again, can I please get a source on the maximized profits that would otherwise, again, go to actual content creators?
I feel confident speaking for every creator, and none of them make 20 million in a year. And it's not close.
Can you prove that? Fuck, man, that'd be glorious. That average of 20 mil a year somehow going to the smaller content creators that would be unassociated with the React content. All of a sudden, somehow that 20 mil is making it to them. Fuck, I'd love to see the osmosis process there.
Mr. Beast. Yeah, guys, to be clear, we're talking about the people who were cited in the document who he said were making 20 million, who are reacting to... You just threw out a name of someone who makes a lot of money. That's like... I guess if you just want to throw out people who are making $20 million, we can have that conversation. I mean, specifically, he made a list of creators who react to content and they make $20 million off that content. Jeff Bezos doesn't even react. It's not even a good guess. He also makes way more. These are like terrible guesses. Everything you're saying is dumb through and through. In fact, the only guy who might be close to 20 million is Trainwrecks. And that's only if he binks it, okay? If he binks it on dogs one time. If he binks it on stars, maybe... You know, he gets a 15 free spin. Who knows?
Somehow. So you're telling me if that React content is gone, all that 20 mil is now in a limbo just waiting for these small content creators all of a sudden, even if there's no crossover with the React content? That's incredible. Would love to just see the data here that you undoubtedly have to back up these claims. And especially on the 20 mil a year, because if that's true, man, I'm getting fucking ripped off. I'm not even close. I'm going to need to talk to somebody at YouTube because you've probably got the numbers right and YouTube's wrong, man. Another thing I'd like to point out is every time this whole React content debate comes up, the people that take the most offense to it and make the biggest stink about it are the people that aren't having a problem with people reacting to their content. I don't think there's this huge...
This is the website that someone made for Atrioc. It's basically Reddit, and it has 4 upvotes. I'll say it. I don't think people are using it. I don't think people are really using it.
Huge epidemic of people, dressing in a black tank top and trying to steal Dark Viper AU's content by reacting to it minimally on stream or something. He's not really battling a bunch of reactors, at least not that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong. But the people that do have their content reacted to, like the smaller channels and even some of the bigger channels, usually have a really positive response to it. They'll reach out and say thank you, or like, hey, glad you enjoyed the video, would love to talk about it maybe a little bit more. A lot of the friends I've made online have actually just come from me appreciating their content and reacting to it and talking about their content afterwards as a result of it. Like, it's always a weird dichotomy where the people that are the maddest are the ones that aren't even directly involved in the problem that they're talking about. Of course, that doesn't go for every channel, and that's totally fine, but in my experience and the experience of a lot of friends that I know that have also reacted to content, the majority of it's always been a really positive relationship between the creator that was reacted to and the person that was reacting to it.
I am friends with Geo Wizard now, which is really cool, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Because for me, what happens is it shows I like this person's content, I like what they're doing, and then now they know, hey, we have something in common, maybe we could be friends, maybe we could talk more, and it usually just leads to collaborations and getting to know each other. It
also made me friends with Virtual.
Through just being a...
Yeah, I talked to Tom. I talked to him not too long ago, maybe last month. I hit him up.
Appreciative of their content and being so happy about it to share it with others. Not everyone is in YouTube or online content creation.
Oh, summoning salt too, yeah.
Of money. Maybe it's different with Dark Viper, and that's why he's always so fixated on the money aspect of things. But for some content creators, even the small ones, they just like to see people enjoying their content from time to time.
Magnus,
and to be exposed to a bigger
Magnus.
audience like a fucking XQC watching your fan animation, they get excited. Even if it's like, hey, that's 70,000 people watching your content on XQC stream instead of yours. Well, those 70,000 people may never have found that small channel in the first place, and now maybe some of them do go over there. And he mentions that as like trickle-down reactonomics or some shit like...
I will say, when I was a smaller streamer, and very early on, I would have clips that got posted to like live stream fail, or that would somehow get in front of like a big streamer and they'd watch it. It was like my jerk off period. I would just sit down with a big old bottle of lube, throw on some gloves, get a little punny plushie, and just fucking watch them react to my content and just read the chat. I loved it. I'd get high off that. I'd huff that shit. It was like Jankum. I was getting off on my own shit. It's kind of past now. I don't care much for that anymore, but...
that. But for a lot of people, that is a net positive thing where there could have been no one that ever found it in the first place. I don't think it's a really strong argument or anything, but it is still something worth noting. It's a real thing that does happen, as opposed to Dark Viper's claims of average of 20 million a year with these money-hungry sexual abusers. Like, at least with some of these things that, yeah, maybe I don't agree with all of them, and they're pretty weak points, like the... exposure dollar thing helping every channel. I don't.
Soda, when he said I'm A tier,
you can prove on a case-by-case basis it does. Whereas in Viper's case, he doesn't present any real evidence for these claims. At least not that I saw in this document. Maybe he has some in the back burner, but nothing he proves shows that the reaction, like the reactors and their content, are taking eyeballs away from other content creators online that have nothing to do with that space. Like, there's nothing that shows me that he is correct, that if these reactors were gone, small channels would be flourishing right now. Him saying with a straight face that if you make good content, you will naturally get exposure is just silly. That's so naive. It's just not the reality of it. You can make the best content in the world and it could go nowhere if the algorithm doesn't pick it up, or if you just don't get lucky, you're in at the bad time. Like, there's so many factors. You are not guaranteed exposure just for making good content, and that's what Dark Viper seems to want you to believe in his document. Again, there was nothing in there that showed me that those eyeballs that are occupying React content would then switch to non-React content if it was gone. Yes, there is a finite amount of impressions that can go around. Nothing is infinite. And yes, some of those are on the React content, but if it wasn't there, that's not saying that they are all of a sudden going to the other content elsewhere.
Have you seen the Earn It Act 2022 bill and how they're trying to get rid of encryptions and privacy on the internet while slapping a For the Kids reason on the front of it? To ignore that fact. Thoughts? I've never even heard of that.
There's nothing that he has presented in this document that shows that. But on the other side of this coin, you can show that there are the cases where React content helped channels blow up, maintain an audience. You know, even with his trickle-down Reactonomics that he seems to hate so much, you can at least prove that that exists. Because some of the channels that XQC has reacted to, those channels have maintained like an audience from XQC. It's not, of course, the full 70,000, maybe only a fraction of that, but it's still more
like
than they
Top
had
Keck,
pre that reaction.
Austin
so
Ox.
it's giving them some kind of extra steam, even if it's not great, that they might not have had otherwise. Maybe they would have. Again,
You know what? I think we could prove this point. Because Dark Viper tried to make the argument that, you know, all these reaction channels are taking away the views and killing channels. But I really think the opposite can apply. And channels with really good content that are just waiting for an opportunity to show it off can blow up from reacting to it. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I'd like to try that right now. Who is a Super Auto Pets lover in chat? We've done love raids before. This is a little different because I only want people who actually care about Super Auto Pets to join in with me. But there's this YouTuber I really like. His name's Akron. He has 7,000 subscribers. In fact, just a little bit under. And I've watched, as you can see, all the red is what I've watched. Almost all the guy's videos. I've watched like 80% of this guy's videos. If it lands in my inbox, I click it and I watch it. And I originally found him because he had the world record. And I saw the world record run. But now he just makes good content. So, for example, like this video is called They Can't Be Stopped, and the thumbnail is 5 scorpions. Which is like, that's silly. That's a silly video. That's hype. And then he made another one. This crocodile destroys every... Wait, what was a good one? I remember I watched one and I was pogging my brains away. This is the dumbest strategy. He's like Super Auto Pets, but only the juice. So this is chicken, a little Super Auto Pets info. The chicken, when you get a level, a tier 1 unit, the guy with the 1 dice in your team, it ups every future pet in the shop. I think I worded this poorly, but what I'm trying to say is the chicken, you can see when he spawns this fish in, that it makes all these people in the shop increase their level. And we've done a chicken build ourselves before, but I think he did it a little better than me even. I like doing it with llama too. That makes a lot of sense. Look at this, dude. This is a fucking masterclass. The shop pets are literally already 32, 36. They're as big as the llama. Oh, level 3 octopus is goated though. Unfortunate. No way you bring another chicken into the ring, right? It's too many. Look at that turtle. Honestly, I think he fucks up here. What you could do is you could stack the turtles and then it gains the HP, but 2 leopards is also good. He's very fast. Yeah, he plays really quick. I don't even think it's sped up. This is the dumbest strategy. It's fucking hype, honestly. The shop pets are so OP now. 2 tigers? You got to go tiger here, right? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 47 tiger, 47 leopard, 47 tiger, 47 leopard. Hold up. I need to see that again. He did it too fast. It kills the 47 attack bird. It kills the rooster in the back. And it kills the bison in the front. Oh, no, it doesn't kill the bird. But killing the rooster's insane. Through melon. You should try some of these. I've done this exact build, although I ended it with a 50-50 gorilla and a 50-50 scorpion because I thought the scorpion was hype. He speeds up loading times, but not buying pets. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, oh, look at that. Look at that. One more time. One more time. 4 snipes. He kills the rooster, kills the skunk, and he kills the dino. Oh, and the tiger doesn't even get to work now. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Anyway, his channel name's Akron. If you guys like Super Auto Pets, really only go to this channel if you guys like Super Auto Pets. Because if you don't, then you're going to get videos in your inbox, and you're not going to click them, and you're just going to ignore them, and then it doesn't do as well. What's this one? This team bussin'. 2 buses. 4 buses. 5 buses. That is bussin'. I'll give it to you. Kino is similar, but Kino drifts towards longer form content with commentary, which I don't. It's usually just a bit long. Like, these are just really easy to consume, I think. What's a good one? Someone said the rhino one's good. Hedgehog bombing. Wow. Having a giant-ass puffer. These are just, it's just a hedgehog compilation. This is just satisfying. I just like the noises they make. They haven't even touched each other yet. Dude. Oh, no. Is he going to lose? That was insane. Wait, that one was insane. Hold up. He had Tiger Puffer. The skunk destroys the puffer. Look at this. What an insane round. No combat and the game just ends. That was 0 combat. The game just ends outright. Holy shit. You don't follow him on Twitter, SMH? Yeah, why the fuck would I? Bro, I hate Twitter enough as is. I don't go to Twitter because I like following people there. I follow people on Twitter because I have to. It's my job. Oh, this destroys summon builds. I want to see the shit. What is it? I want to see the rhino. This strategy is broken. Level 2 T-Rex. If you keep 3 gold, it gives everybody 4 attack and 2 HP. Okay. Another 3 T-Rexes. So they get what? 8, 4? Everybody gets 8 attack, 4 HP. Jesus. Yeah, you just win. That's a good fucking team. You're not sub to him? Yikes. Yikes. There. Now I'm sub to him. Now I'm sub to him. The Dream Llama Squad. I've seen that one. Squirrel Rabbit versus the World. Okay, if I've seen all his videos, but I'm not sub, that's not that bad, chat. You don't gotta dog me. This team is unfair. I've never seen this one in my life. He watches you? I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably where he's inspired to play this game so well. Probably through my talent. Dude, he rolls like a god, I swear. I could never roll 2 skunks like that. I could never roll 2 skunks like that. I try every damn time, too. Look at these rolls, man. He rolls like a god. So do you? Dude, no, you haven't. No, you didn't watch yesterday's Super Auto Pets VOD. I rolled like a fucking shitter. Two pizza. He is so quick in the shop. I spent 30 gold re-rolling because I'm getting fucking boomed by the man. No way. No way. Yeah, he probably only uploads the good gameplay. You're right about that. Oh, look at the rolls, dude. He just binks 2 skunks. You gotta throw mushroom. Challenge him to what? Like a game of Super Auto Pets? Sounds a bit foolish and ghoulish. Hey, Lud, my mother-in-law is currently battling Parkinson's and is attempting to raise 25K to find a cure. I think with your help, we can destroy that goal. Jordan, I thank you very much for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. Sounds like a tough situation to go through. I wouldn't say this is the best avenue for that, although I appreciate it. But maybe shoot me a DM with more info. It's a bit vague. It's a bit open, you know? My most bought strategy. Monkey, Turtle, Skunk. Skunk is the most OP unit in the game. How are you already almost level 3 turtle? Easy. Big time monkey. Look at this roll, dude. I can't believe he kept the giraffe. I can't believe he didn't level up the monkey. Why would he have used the chocolate on the skunk? I'm upset now. I think skunk is key to all these crazy runs. That's what I've learned the most. That was the fastest turn of all time. I'm still so upset he didn't give the monkey the juice. But I guess skunk is good. Really good. Okay, shit rolls. What are you going to do? Shit rolls. What are you going to do? Oh, it hurts, doesn't it? 2 pairs. Nice turn. Fool. A loss? Okay, now Tiger Skunk is pretty OP. Crocodile? Crocodile came out of nowhere. Oh, he could have a level 3 croc. Oh, he's rolling so good. Oh, it's GG. That whole team relied on one character. All right, what's another good one? Going all in with Puffer. I always want to use a pufferfish build. Can you explain this game? Yeah, there's 80 pets. So it's actually, there's a bit of a learning curve. Because it takes a level of understanding what every pet does. But basically the goal is to win 10 rounds, these cups at the top left, before you lose your hearts. And that's it. And different pets do different things. Like the crickets spawn a zombie cricket. The horse buffs summons. And the pufferfish, which is the only thing that's important now, the pufferfish, when it is hit, will do damage. Will shoot out like a little projectile. So if you hit the pufferfish, like bang, he shoots. He's shooting. So all you got to worry about is this big puffy boy, and you got to see what the fuck is about to happen with him. When will this game be on mobile? It literally is. Ooh, a loss. God's Bleed. He's a snail freezer. That's why I'm a snail freezer. Shark? This turn seems bad. I felt like this was a bad turn. It's not on iOS, yeah. It's only on Android. Oh, he's going all in on pufferfish. I don't think the title was capped, fellas. I'm starting to believe that was real shit. Oh, he ran into the dream team. Only summons with garlic armor? That's the dream team to run into. It'll be on iOS pretty soon, I think. I could watch Akin for hours. Dude, me too. Me too, and I think I have an unhealthy problem. But I literally love watching this. Fire Pogtent. Why wouldn't you give it to the skunk? I'm so annoyed because he's going all in. Ludwig, think about it. Think about it, Ludwig. He's going all in. One skunk and his team's ruined, though, huh? Once, like, one level 3 skunk and he just loses. In fact, he's going to lose this one, too. He's on lethal. Okay, smart. He's buffing the cow because there's going to be, yeah, 48, 49. Oh, hit the guy in the back. Hit the guy in the back. There you go. I can't believe he's alive. I do normally end hours ago. Snake Puffer. Mmm. Oh, that was so lucky. That was so lucky. Wait. Replay. So the mushroom, when you have the mushroom on you, these mushrooms, you respawn as a 1/1 creature. So he hits him here. He respawns, but with his peanut, which insta-kills. He kills the leopard. That's all fine and dandy. He kills the mosquito through here, but his next opponent is going to be this scorpion, and the scorpion will instantly kill him, and then he'll lose because the swan is more powerful than the snake. But the only way he could have won is if this pufferfish sniped. Oh, that was beautiful. That was so lucky. The pufferfish sniped the scorpion in time, otherwise he would have lost. You guys are witnessing art! A 1/1 dream. Oh, dude, another. That was so lucky, too. Anyway, I'm going to spam it one more time because I want to get to 10K subs. If you guys haven't subbed to Akron and you like my Super Auto Pets VODs, check them out. I'm going to shout them out in my next Super Auto Pets. I just want to play Super Auto Pets now. All I want to do right now is play Super Auto Pets. Freeze for good luck. How does the bus form? Pretty nonsensically. The bus comes from a deer. When a deer dies, it spawns a bus. You know what? Maybe it does make sense because buses kill deer, and then the soul of the bus is hidden in the deer. Maybe there's some hashtag deep shit going on. Kino is a good channel too, yeah. Kinio. That was crazy. I can't believe he didn't give it to the turtle. But I guess what do you need a 4/4 armored penguin for? Wait, I think I remember this one. Does he just not... He does have chocolate discipline. I forget how this video goes, but I'm getting the sinking feeling that he's not going to need these snails. And these snails might not be all they're cracked up to be. He's on 9. Spoilers. I think he just wins, dude. Except when I do it, I always lose. This is why Ludwig freezes snails forever. Actually true. All right, boys. I am going to end stream. I'm going to head out. Tomorrow, we are going to be watching, or excuse me, not watching, but unboxing all of the things that I got from Amazon and eBay so many months ago. But that'll be just after the Nintendo broadcast. So we're going to do the Nintendo broadcast first, and then at probably 4 p.m., we'll do the unboxing of everything. But thanks for watching, boys. I'm going to go record some Super Auto Pets VODs. That way I can